In the previous two videos, we looked at the different ways that we use passive voice in English. We looked at 6 examples of how and when and why we use the passive voice. Now, obviously, in English, we can express passive voice with different tenses as well. So in this video, we're going to look at how we use passive voice in the present tense and the past tense. Then afterwards, we'll do a quick quiz to see how much you've learned. Firstly, let's have a look at how we use passive voice in the present tense in English. So a very common example we used before is English is spoken. English is spoken all over the world, meaning people speak English all over the world. But as we said before, it's not necessary to say people because that's obvious. And also we want to focus on the language English as the subject of the sentence. So how do we form the passive in the present tense? We use the present form of the auxiliary verb to be plus the past participle. In this case, is spoken. We can also use the passive voice in the continuous form as well, in the present continuous. So we could say, English is being taught in schools all around the world. And what this does is it expresses the fact that this is something which is happening now. It is an action which is in progress now. English is being taught all over the world. So what's the structure? How do we form this? We use the verb to be in the present plus being plus the past participle of the main verb. So in this case, English is being taught. This means that the action of teaching English is happening now. And obviously it's teachers that teach. But again, we use the passive because it's not necessary to say teachers are teaching. So English is being taught all around the world. Here are 2 more examples. Coffee is produced in Colombia. A new skyscraper is being built in the city. Okay, let's have a look at how we use passive voice in the past. Here's an example. The new school was built last year. So how do we form this? The verb to be in the simple past and the past participle built. We're interested in the school more than who built the school. So again, for that reason, we use the passive here. The school was built last year. Again, we can also use the continuous form. We can use past continuous passive. For example, a new library was being built, but there wasn't enough money to finish it. To form this, we use the verb to be in the past, being, plus the past participle of the main verb, was being built. Here are 2 more examples. Abraham Lincoln was assassinated in a theatre. The city was being attacked. Okay, let's do some practice. So I'm going to give you some example sentences in the active voice, and I want you to change them into the passive voice using the present or the past tense. Her company pays her a lot of money. She is paid a lot of money. His brother gives him a lift every morning. He is given a lift by his brother every morning. Someone is writing a book about his life. A book is being written about his life. Everybody knew him in this city in the 1980s. He was known by everybody in this city in the 1980s. Somebody stole my car yesterday. My car was stolen yesterday. Was somebody looking after the baby? Was the baby being looked after? Okay, that's the passive voice in the present and the past tense. If you need to check, you can go back, watch the video again. It will be much easier the second time. Share the video with your friends, give the video a like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And then go to anglopod.com where you can find lots of courses to help you to improve every aspect of your English. Good luck, practice your English every day, and I will see you in the next video.